Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night, everyone. And first, let me introduce myself. My name is Maulida Zahra Nisrina, and tonight I'd like to delve into a topic that has been debated for centuries: being kind, choice, or nature. This is a complex issue with profound implications for individuals, society, and our understanding of human identity. It's a question that has sparked heated discussion, divided communities, and shaped the course of history. Some argue that sexual orientation is a choice, a conscious decision made by individuals. Others contend that it is a fundamental aspect of a person's identity, determined by biological, psychological, and social factors beyond their control. In this presentation, I will explore both sides of this debate, examining the scientific evidence, cultural perspectives, and personal experiences that inform our understanding of this complex issue. By the end, I hope to provide you with a more nuanced and informed view of the topic, and to encourage you to consider the importance of empathy, understanding, and acceptance for all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation. Okay, let's move to the main content of this video. I will give 4 points such as the historical context, the biological perspective, the psychological perspective, and the social and cultural perspective. And now let's start with first point. Okay, the first point is the historical context. Throughout history, homosexuality has been viewed with varying degrees of acceptance or condemnation. In many cultures, it was I'm sorry, in many cultures, it was considered a taboo or even a crime. For centuries, individuals who identified as LGBTQ were often subjected to persecution, discrimination, and violence. The ancient Greeks, for example, had a more tolerant attitude towards same-sex relationships, particularly among men. However, the rise of Christianity in Europe led to a more conservative view, and homosexuality was increasingly seen as a sin. And in recent decades, there has been a significant shift in attitudes, with more and more countries recognizing same-sex marriage and other LGBTQ plus rights. Yeah. And this process has been driven by a combination of factors, including increased public awareness and advancements in scientific understanding and the growing influence of LGBTQ plus advocacy movements. And next to the second point is the biological perspective. One of the most compelling arguments in favor of the nature perspective is the growing body of scientific evidence, suggesting a biological basis for sexual orientation. And studies have shown that certain genetic, hormonal, and neurological factors may play a role in determining whether a person is heterosexual, homosexual, or bisexual. For instance, twin studies have consistently found that identical twins are more likely to share the same sexual orientation than fraternal twins. And this suggests that genetic factors may play a significant role in determining sexual orientation. Additionally, research on brain structure and function has revealed differences between heterosexual and homosexual individuals. And yeah, suggesting that there may be biological correlates of sexual orientations. However, it's important to note that the relationship between biology and sexual orientation is complex and not fully understood. While genetic and hormonal factors may predispose individuals to certain sexual orientations, they do not necessarily determine them. Environmental factors such as upbringing and cultural influences may also play a role in shaping a person's sexuality. shaping a person's sexual identity. Okay, next, third point, the psychological perspective. While biological factors may contribute to sexual orientation, psychological factors are also likely involved. Some researchers argue that a person's upbringing, experiences, and cultural influences can shape their sexual identity. For example, individuals who have experienced trauma or abuse may be more likely to identify as LGBTQ+. However, it's important to avoid reducing homosexuality to a psychological disorder. There is no scientific evidence to support the idea that being gay is a mental illness. Instead, it is normal and natural variation in human sexuality. And yeah, last point, number 4, the social and cultural perspective. Societal and cultural attitudes towards homosexuality can have a significant impact on individuals' experiences. In societies where LGBTQ+ people are stigmatized or discriminated against, they may face challenges related to their sexual identity, such as bullying, harassment, and violence. On the other hand, in more accepting societies, LGBTQ+ individuals may feel more comfortable expressing themselves and living authentically. This can have a positive impact on their mental health and overall well-being. And it's also important to recognize that cultural attitudes towards homosexuality can vary widely across different societies. In some cultures, same-sex relationships are considered normal and accepted, while in others, they are viewed as a taboo or even criminal. These cultural differences can have a profound impact on individuals' experiences and identities. In conclusion, the question of whether being gay is a choice or nature is a complex one that does not have a simple answer. While there is growing evidence to support the natural perspective, psychological, social, and cultural factors also play a role in shaping a person's sexual identity. It is important to approach this topic with empathy, understanding, and respect for all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation. And by fostering a more inclusive and accepting society, we can create a world where everyone feels safe, valued, and empowered to be themselves. It's also crucial to recognize the ongoing challenges faced by LGBTQ+ individuals around the world. Despite significant progress in recent years, discrimination, stigma, and violence against LGBTQ+ people persist in many parts of the globe. We must continue to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and work towards a more equitable and inclusive society. By doing so, we can help to ensure that everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation, has the opportunity to live a full and fulfilling life. Thank you for your attention. What are your thoughts on the future of the topic, being gay, choice or nature? Please share your comments below. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.